reimbursements part of Heather Jones' terms of employment?
Yes.
Were those the terms of employment that were reached between you and Heather Jones back in 2006?
Yes.
Was that October of 2006?
Yes.
Had the educational reimbursements been a part of Heather Jones' terms of employment since October of 2006?
Yes.
Did they remain part of her employment in 2006, 2007, 2008, and to your knowledge, 2009?
Yes.
Had you executed the memoranda before or after the sticky note was affixed to this document?
Before.
Had you signed the Jones memoranda before 12/1/08?
Yes.
Can you look at Exhibit 40 for me?
Yes.
Is this an email from Heather Jones to you dated December 1st, 2008?
Yes.
Before December 1st, had you ever heard of the trip to Germany that Upstate Alliance was promoting?
Yes.
Have you ever discussed Heather Jones traveling to Germany before December 1st of 2008?
Yes.
In the actual email from Ms. Jones, she references automotive OEM suppliers and existing industries. Was this an area that Anderson County at that time had been targeting?
Yes, and still.
Why were they targeting OEM suppliers and existing industries and automotive in general?
BMW and Clemson Micro.
The very next sentence says, and I quote, "provided I have travel money remaining," end quote. Do you see that?
Yes.
When you received this email from Heather Jones, was it your understanding that she was asking if she could travel to Germany, if she had budget remaining in her existing budget?
Yes.
Does Ms. Jones also reflect that she was going to seek a grant from Innovate Anderson?
Yes.
Did you talk to Michael Cunningham about Heather Jones traveling to Germany?
Yes, sir.
Did you talk to him about the other memoranda that you had signed that we looked at previously?
I believe I did.
Is there a difference in treatment between county councilmen's travel and employee travel?
Yes.
What is that difference?
They can go wherever they want to go, do what they want to do. For the most part, I'm not responsible for approving or not approving where they'd like to travel.
Was there a prior instance where county council travel had become a concern of yours such that you inquired and or received advice about it?
Yes.
What was that instance?
Cindy Wilson turned in a request for travel, and it was a political function that she had attended, and I was afraid to sign off on it because I didn't want to get in any trouble by doing it, so I discussed it with the county attorney, and he told me that I had to sign it. I didn't have a choice, that it was a ministerial thing, that and that's why I signed off on it.
Was it your understanding that when county council members submitted travel reimbursements for you, that you had to sign off on it?
Yes.
Was it your understanding that they should be treated as a ministerial act?
Yes.
Is that because they're your boss?
Yes.
And it's not a situation where your underlings are submitting reimbursements, is it?
Yes. Correct.
Did you ever ask any of the auditors whether you had to sign off on county council council's travel?
Yes,
What did the auditors tell you?
yes,
What did they tell you specifically?
but I had to sign off on.
Can you look at Exhibit 37 for me?
Yes,
Is this the Rail Trends registration form from 2008?
yes,
Does it reflect Bill McAbee as attending?
yes,
Can you look at the very, very, very small print that's next to number 2, right above Mr. McAbee's name?
yes,
Does it say, mail your registration form with payment to arrive by September 14th?
yes.
What was the letter dated that Mr. Hoskins sent to County Council about your employment dispute? Do you remember?
Can I find it here?
Let me just ask this. Do you recall if that letter was dated September 25th of
Yes,
2008?
yes,
Had Mr. McAbee gone to the Rail Trends conference in 2007 as well?
I believe you have, yes.
What relationship existed between Mr. McAbee's travel reimbursements and the vote on your severance agreement?
No relationship.
Did you ever have a conversation with Mr. McAbee where you promised to vote in favor of your severance agreement if you approved his travel expenses in any sort of quid pro quo manner?
No, absolutely not.
During this time period, did you have any conversations with Mr. McAbee about your employment dispute?
No,
Did you have any conversations with Mr. McAbee about your severance agreement?
no,
Did one have any bearing on the other?
no.
Can you look back at Exhibit 36 for me?
Okay.
Do you recall that Mr. McAbee received a commission on a real estate transaction in April of 2008?
No,
Okay. If Mr. McAbee had received a commission in April of 2008, would it have anything to do with the employment dispute that didn't arise until September of 2008?
no,
Was Mr. McAbee, to your knowledge, benefited in any way by voting in favor of your severance agreement?
no,
Was Mr. Wilson benefited in any way by voting in favor of your severance agreement?
no,
Was Mr. Wilson benefited in any way by the execution of the amended contract with Allison Shaw?
no,
Would having the 30-hour requirement in paragraph 5.1 allow the county to budget for this contract in upcoming months and years?
yes,
Does this contract allow the county to budget for 30 hours per week? But
yes,
if Allison Shaw's, if the county needed the monies budgeted to Allison Shaw,
yes,
it could reduce those hours under this contract, right?
yes, that's correct.
Did you ever talk to Allison Shaw about your employment dispute with Anderson County?
No,
Did you ever talk to Allison Shaw about your severance agreement?
no,
Did you ever talk to Allison Shaw about her father being on the personnel committee?
no,
Did one thing have any bearing to the other?
no.
At the time, prior to executing the original Palmetto Agricultural Consultants contract, did you ever inquire whether another potential vendor existed in the state of South Carolina?
Yes.
Who did you make that inquiry of?
The farmer's market manager and the division head over that department. And the Department of Agriculture too, I believe.
After inquiry, did you learn of any other potential alternative vendor in the state of South Carolina?
No.
Let's stop it right there. How much more?
Very little.
All right, let's get to that.
During the questioning by Mr. Tessier, you referenced a group that you put together to consider the Palmetto Agricultural Consultants contract. You know that?
Yes.
Did that group favor the execution of this contract?
Yes.
What did they tell you?
They thought that the concept that she had presented was something that Henderson County needed to certainly get involved with, and I felt like we needed to move forward with the program. What
Value would appraisal
Let's stop
courses
it.
have for a sitting county councilman?
The county council,
All right, it's past 5 o'clock. We're going to adjourn at this point in time. We'll reconvene at 9 o'clock in the morning. If everyone has a good evening, before this adjournment.